Forensics officers left the Hong Kong apartment tonight with nothing to say.
It's been a difficult investigation.
But they have had a very difficult day at a horrendous crime scene. This is it, the 31st floor of a 40-storey block in the Wan Chai district. This apartment is now the heart of a double murder investigation. Police received a call from inside here at just before 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. The caller is understood to be this man who lives at the apartment. He is Rurik Jutting, a 29-year-old British banker, and he's now under arrest. In the living room of his home, officers found the body of a naked woman, surrounded by blood and with multiple stab wounds to her neck and backside. It was only when the police extended their forensic search to the rest of the apartment that the second discovery was made, 8 hours later on Saturday lunchtime. On the balcony, this suitcase, and inside the body of a second woman, wrapped in a blanket. Police say the victim had been there for several days. It's understood that Mr. Jutting arrived back here with one of the two victims at around about midnight on Friday. They'd have walked up this street, in through these doors and up to the 31st floor apartment. That was caught on CCTV and it now forms part of the investigation. But what about the other victim who was already presumably in the suitcase? When did she arrive here? Was she alone? Was she with someone else? Was that caught on CCTV? All these are key questions that the police now need to answer. They'll look for witnesses too. This local chef saw Mr. Jutting daily, but he didn't know him.
This is weird because you see him every day. We were having a Halloween party, literally there. We were all outside. Yeah. So like when they came past, we would have been. When they say like the CCTV was apparently at midnight, and we were all out here.
Around the corner is Hong Kong's red light district. This is where the two victims worked. Police have been in the neighbourhood tonight as part of their investigation. The women we spoke to were reluctant to talk, but what's happened has clearly shaken them. Queen Victoria.
There are so many Indonesian women over there.
We were directed to the Queen Victoria pub. Robert van den Bosch works here. He knew both the victims, one very well. She was in this bar hours before she died.
Just a good girl, always smiling, never drunk, never in trouble, never made trouble. It's just a nice woman. It's not a girl anymore. The police thought she was 25, but she's 32, almost 33. So she's a young woman. And who was just doing the things she did here to provide her good life later in Indonesia.
Mr. Jutting, a Cambridge graduate, worked for Bank of America Merrill Lynch, first in London and then here. He resigned last week. He remains in custody tonight and is appearing in court in the morning. Mark Stone, Sky News in Hong Kong.